All right, what's up everybody? Happy Friday night. Early stream, we'll get started here in just a moment. But if you could hear me and if we are streaming in 1080p, go ahead and leave a thumbs up in the chat and we will be on for about an hour. So a shorter than normal stream, earlier than normal stream. But hopefully everybody had a great week. Hopefully you're all well.
Saying hello to you. Oh, wait. Get a job.
All right, it looks like we're good. So good evening everybody and welcome back to Walks and Wall Street. Today is Friday. I believe it's January 12th, 2024. It's about 6:07, I believe, p.m. Eastern time here, live from New York City. It's going to be an earlier than usual stream.
Podcasting?
We'll just get away from this guy for a moment. Give me a second. It's going to be an earlier than usual stream here in the city. I have a dinner to attend later tonight, but I thought I'd pop on for a little bit. It'll be about an hour. A lot of stuff happened this week on Wall Street. It was a very historic week for the cryptocurrency space. We had the official spot Bitcoin ETF being approved for the first time in history, breaking record trading volumes on that front. We also had CPI numbers come out at 10 o'clock in the morning yesterday. We did a deep dive into those numbers, and the market really closed mid-range for the week. Not a lot of, I should say, major action in the equity market, just a lot of big economic data. Obviously that inflation number ticked up a little bit, but as you dig a little bit deeper into the inflation report, you'll see a lot of the categories that really matter, right? Like shelter costs and the like are actually continuing to come down. And we went into that in pretty severe, deep detail yesterday. Now, if anybody wants to see that inflation report, all you got to do is just type !news and !CPI in the chat, !CPI in the chat, and the Nightbot will drop the link to the Bureau of Labor Statistics website, and you could take a look at it there. So let's see who we have in the chat. What's up, Jimmy Hook? This coming week marks 15 years since the miracle on the Hudson. Wow, that's incredible. Chris B is here. What's going on? Skylar, good to see you. Happy birthday to you. Robert Wiley. Yeah, you know, it's I see a lot of chats talking about all the crazy weather that's going to be coming down the pike next week. Apparently we're having some sort of Arctic front. So the West Coast is going to be extremely cold, the East Coast is going to be cold. And I was checking the weather for Miami next week. It's going to be pretty cold. Some of the nights it's going to get down into the 50s, and it looks like it's going to rain every day. So unfortunate on that end, unfortunately. But Carol H, what's up? Tommy, you excited to be back in Miami? I am. I need a week just to kind of chill, just kind of relax. I have some meetings going on down there, but hopefully I could find about, 2 or 3 days just to kind of regroup here before we come back to New York and hit it hard. The good news is that it's a nice day out tonight. It was a nice day out today. Tonight should be pretty good, but according to the weather, at 10 o'clock at night, it's supposed to start raining. It's gonna rain throughout the entire weekend. A lot of precipitation so far in terms of rain. Gary Carpenter is here, Lena Sandoval, welcome. Always a pleasure to see you. We're gonna be walking back to the east side of Manhattan. I was in Red Hook, Brooklyn, pretty much all day. Yeah, I've been going to Brooklyn a lot. Pretty much all day I've been out there. Had some very successful showings, which was good. And then hopefully I'll be able to sleep in tomorrow. Who knows? Chris B, the approval of the first Bitcoin spot ETF. So that'll be interesting to see how that carries over. Carter Reed, what's up? Stephanie is here. Good to see you as always. Scott, this is KBE Bank Index today, down almost 1%. Bank earnings in the aggregate disappointed a bit. Yeah, I was so busy today that I didn't even get a chance to take a look at how a lot of the financials reported. Obviously, we are now officially starting earnings season, right? So at the official start of earnings season, we have the financials sort of acting as the proxy for the health of the US consumer. Now, I did see one headline that bank earnings were down. I'll have to do a little bit of a deeper dive. I was just so tied up today. Couldn't even focus on it. DJ Review in under 2, it's good to see you as always. Dan Sanks, Tom, be careful of this year's flu season. I just got sick for the first time since the pandemic started. Oof. Yeah, get better, man. You know, I actually just got over being sick. I thought I was gonna hold out, but I was sick all throughout Christmas, which was a little bit of a bummer. So I didn't really do anything on Christmas. Christmas Day, I was really sick. I was down bad. Turns out I had a sinus infection. So I just took, what is it, amoxicillin? Andres is busy at work today. Yeah, it was very busy. But busy is good. Busy is good. We have 2 contracts out on properties. So totaling, what is that? Totaling just under $4 million in contracts out, which is good, which is great. Now comes the hard part, right? Getting the contracts out is the easy part. You know, getting the buy side attorney and the sell side attorneys to do their stuff. You know, hash out the final small details, and then hopefully get this stuff signed, sold, and closed. That's the majority of the battle. But hey, things are looking good. I see the market starting to open up a bit, particularly in the real estate market here in New York City. And, you know, just from what I'm seeing on the ground floor, tons of cash deals. Very seldom, from the deals that I've represented, the sell side and one on the buy side, both of those transactions have been all cash, no financing needed. And I think buyers who are very well capitalized are looking for deals in this market, and they know that if they can come in with a strong competitive offer and close quick, right? 30 to 60 day close, you know, they can get some concessions. So in this market, particularly if you're buying new development, you know, you're seeing the sponsor, right, depending on the sponsor, depending on the deal, potentially pay the mansion tax, the transfer taxes, and even some months of common charges. So deals are getting done on some pretty good product. So all good, all good. Chris B says, do people finance $2 million homes often? Yeah, for sure. But in this market, obviously with rates being where they are, right, interest rates have gone up significantly. Obviously, since the Federal Reserve started to go from quantitative easing to quantitative tightening. In October, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage hit a high of 8%. Now we've come down since then. I think the average 30-year fixed in America right now, if you have good credit, you could probably get like 6.25, 6.5. I mean, guys, which is a huge difference from 8.5. Huge difference, particularly, you know, if you're a buyer that's looking for financing. I mean, you amortize that over 30 years, it's a lot of money. So If you look at futures markets, it's actually pricing in a rate cut at every single Fed meeting this year. I was about to say next year, but we're already in the next year. I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't know if Fed Chair Jerome Powell is going to really cut rates at every single Fed meeting. I don't know. I don't know about that. Adrian is here. Always good to see you. Tone Rick, welcome. Jeff in Southern Tier, New York. It's always a pleasure to see you. This is Tom. You're on early tonight. Yeah, it's going to be a shorter than normal stream. We're going to be on for about an hour. I have a couple things to do tonight. It's going to be busy. I'm going to go out to dinner. But tomorrow, I don't have anything to do, which is great, which is very fantastic. So that'll be my kind of one day to relax, hang out. Sunday is going to be a busy day. And Sunday night, I am flying back to Miami, Florida. So chances are, right, please God, we make it back there in one piece. We will be doing our live streams next week from Brickell and downtown Miami. Assuming, right, assuming the weather is nice. Hopefully the weather is nice down there. Hey, Tiffs, what's up, Tom? How are you? Things are going well. I was in Red Hook almost all day today. Near your neck of the woods, your stomping grounds. It was a nice day. It was pretty good. I will be in Red Hook part of the day Sunday, if you're going to be in the neighborhood. But I'm going to be leaving a little bit early because my flight takes off right around 6:30. So we'll see. Hopefully you had a good week. Dan says, I feel it has been a while since you were last in Miami. It has been. It's been a month and a week. It's been a month and a week. Now, my one concern, Dan, is that, I park my Vespa at Miami International Airport, and you're allowed to do that for free for 1 month. But it's been about a month and a week, so hopefully I'm not towed or anything. We'll see. Estelle says, love your Miami walks too. I like them as well, particularly if it's going to be very cold in New York. It'll be a little bit of a reprieve to kind of hang out in Miami for a little bit. I do have a meeting. I'm meeting with a real estate developer down there that is putting on a very interesting project in Satellite Beach. So just north of Fort Lauderdale. It's a really, really cool project. 44 condominium units right on the water. They just broke ground, or they're about to break ground for that. So I'm going to be meeting the development team, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get that project, and that will be our first new development deal in South Florida. We'll see what happens. It's always good just to fly out, meet people, and expand your network. Anybody familiar with Satellite Beach, Florida? I believe it's just north of Fort Lauderdale. Hey, CJ, what's going on? Yeah, Stephanie says it's going to be brutally cold next week in New York City anyway. I heard that. It's going to be in the 20s. But for Miami, it's going to be cold too, so we'll see. Estelle, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. We got a crossover on this side and head all the way down to 2nd Avenue. John Burke, hello. This is the GM building right outside of the flagship 5th Avenue Apple store. Vinny says, I think that's by Melbourne. It may be. I'm really familiar with Miami-Dade, but the further you go up, I believe that's Broward County. Not super familiar, but would love to become more familiar with that. One of the things you're seeing in the real estate market, particularly in the residential market in Miami-Dade County, is it's becoming so expensive. It's a similar dichotomy of what we've seen in New York City over the years, right? Particularly in some of the neighborhoods in Brooklyn with the gentrification, that it's becoming so expensive that it's actually been pushing out, lifelong Miamians, if you will. So there's actually more demand now the further north you go north of Fort Lauderdale into Broward County, because Miami-Dade County is becoming so expensive for obvious reasons, right? So many people have moved down there, almost turning into New York, kind of a playground for the elites, if you will. Hey, Danny, you're in south of Central Park. This is Central Park South, my friend. You are right. You are correct. Yeah, this is a good shot of the Plaza Hotel right here. Estelle's is about 2 hours from Deerfield Beach. Yeah, Deerfield Beach is nice. Now, you know what's a part of South Florida that is completely different from what it used to be? Hollywood, Florida. Now, Hollywood, you know, wasn't the biggest fan of Hollywood. That neighborhood has changed in a major way. In a big, big way, Hollywood, Florida has changed. That's becoming a very fashionable area too. Now I want to show you this building. This is 5 East 59th Street. This building just went into foreclosure. I believe there was about $85 million worth of bad debt on it here. And on the 17th of January, you were going to have the foreclosure auction. January 17th, 2024, this building will be in new ownership. They're going to auction it off. I think it's a great location. I mean, you couldn't get a better location than that. It's 2 retail units on the ground floor, 6 office, and a potential for zoning for 2 condominiums on the roof. That's a great deal, whoever picks that up. You're right on Central Park South. You have a gateway to Billionaires Row. A couple blocks away from the Plaza Hotel, GM Building, Trump Towers, Sherry Netherland, and a straight shot to Columbus Circle. Fantastic location. DC says, what do you think it will auction for? Maybe 25 to 30 million dollars. Probably 25 to 30 million. And I think that's a killer deal. Killer deal, in my view. Alexandria says, is it an empty building? It is. So it's totally vacant and it needs work. That's another thing. It needs work. The diligence is probably going to be very expensive. But look, it is of my view that if at one point that building had, you know, about $85 million in debt on it, and if somebody could pick it up for $25 million or $30 million, you know, fix it up, rehab it, and even potentially build condos on the roof, right? Depending on, you know, if they have the air rights to do so. Assuming you get tenants in there, right? Office tenants, that could be, you know, an $85 to $100 million building again, very easily, particularly if over the next decade we have a shift and a recovery in the commercial real estate market. I think that's a smoking deal, to be honest. But maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? All right, let's head up to 61st Street, and we are going to make a right. This is now Madison Avenue. Just a quick announcement. Last Thursday, we did send out the first copy of our free financial newsletter for the year, the Behind the Street newsletter. So this coming up Thursday, after the market closes, we are going to be emailing out our second issue of the Behind the Street newsletter. And at the very, very bottom of the newsletter, I'm going to include a full property tour of our newest penthouse listing at the Conover. I just filmed it today. I think you guys are going to like it a lot. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, gorgeous penthouse with just under 1,700 square feet of interior space and 850 square feet of exterior space on the roof. It's incredible. You have a sauna up there. You also have a cold plunge that we're installing. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think. It's listed right now. So if you want to go to Street Easy and just type in 199 Conover Street, yeah, you can check it out and give me some feedback. If you guys like it, don't like it. If you want to scan the QR code on your screen and punch in your email, you'll be signed up to receive that tour on Thursday. I think it's a very unique property, very unique product, and we'll see. We listed it at $2.6 million. You have unobstructed views of all of Lower Manhattan. You can see the Brooklyn Bridge, the Statue of Liberty, the Staten Island Ferry. So there's a lot of diversity in the exposures that you get, which is pretty cool. All right, we're actually gonna make a right here. We are now on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. It's a little bit quieter up here. I like it a lot. And the Upper East Side is a lot cleaner. It's a very clean neighborhood in New York City. Clara is here, says good evening everybody. What's up, Clara? Thanks so much for joining us. Danny Morris, appreciate you being here as always. Thank you, thank you. Check the logic. What's up? Thank you for support. This is a good restaurant over here. Just let me get the QR code off the screen for you guys. Junior says good evening everybody. What's up, Junior? This is going to be I believe the last night where it's going to be nice in New York City. Hey, Herb Nevins, thank you so much for your support. We appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Look at the facade on this building. Hey, Janice S. Hello, Tom. Great newsletters and wonderful conversation. Thank you so much, Janice. We appreciate it. LA 007 says happy weekend, everyone. Enjoying not seeing snow. I'm going through a blizzard at the moment. Oof. Yeah, it's been the exact opposite here in New York City. We haven't gone through blizzards. We've just been going through torrential downpour rain almost every day. It's been a pretty decent day today. So Lee says, good evening, Tom. Hope you're well. You were out nice and early. Thanks, Lee. Wishing you a happy Friday. Hopefully you should have some interesting weekend plans. Junior says, educate us for us West Coast people. What is really considered the Upper East Side? Well, I consider the Upper East Side anything 59th Street, Central Park South, from 5th Avenue over and up to about 96. That's really what I consider it, to be honest. Anything further up, you kind of get into East Harlem and things like that. But I really like the Upper East Side. There's some neighborhoods within the Upper East Side of Manhattan that I like very, very much. Hey, yesterday 15, what's up? Alexander says, Tom, are there any delivery robots in New York City? I saw them in Los Angeles. You know, there's not. That's one thing I noticed. There's no sort of delivery robots in New York. But you know where I have seen them? I've seen them in Austin, Texas, and I've seen them in Miami, Florida. They're all around downtown Miami and Brickell. I don't know if it would do well here, to be honest. I really don't know if it would do well here. I feel like people would, you know, vandalize it. There's just too much traffic. I think there's too much street traffic, you know, crossing Park Avenue with the robot. I don't know. I mean, it's a good idea on paper, but I mean, there's just way too much going on in New York City, in my opinion, for that to ever work, in my view anyway. .365 is here. Good to see you. Look at this place. Man, this is gorgeous. This is a townhome that's available via Compass. Look at all those townhouses across the street. So nice, right? I'd love to have one of them. Hold on one second. Hey, B-Ball, what's up? Good to see you. Tug Carter, this is Tom. You're so early tonight, it's good to see you. Yeah, early tonight, I gotta go to a dinner. I gotta go to dinner at 8 p.m. It's gonna be a late dinner. But it should be good. I'm gonna go to Del Frisco's. It's a nice steakhouse right outside of Radio City Music Hall, so should be good. Now, as the weekend goes on and as next week arrives, we're going to be doing a deep dive into all these major financial earnings, right? So we're going to cover all the major investment banks, credit card issuers, such as Discover Financial, American Express, and the like. It's going to get busy, but I think it's necessary to sort of do these deep dives. That's essentially what we're going to be doing next week on the stream. Mohammed is here. Hey, Tom, nice to see you. And good to see an early stream. Yeah, it's an early stream, but it still feels like it's 10 o'clock at night for whatever reason. It was very cloudy today. It still feels really late, I think. Daryl, what's up? Good to see you. Can we just get a quick time check in the chat? I just want to make sure we are making good time here. Hey, Krog Dog, good to see you. Happy New Year to you too. Look at that. Stunning, stunning here. Ah, 648, appreciate that. We have 2 more blocks to walk over. This is 3rd Avenue, so we're all the way over on the east side now. Lots of traffic headed uptown. Everybody's probably headed up and out into Westchester. At least, is you ready for the storm headed your way? I am not prepared for that. Hopefully I'll be out of here by the time the storm hits. It's supposed to rain at 10 p.m. We'll see what happens. RB says, by the way, the email has a short video clip attached. Hope you get it. Yeah, if you send me an email, I get them, I read them. Absolutely. Thank you so much for sending it. Just a quick update. So when I get back from Miami, we will be officially started on the second channel. So we're gonna sort of break this channel up. Obviously there's gonna be no change here. We're gonna do the live streams as normal, usually at 8:30 p.m. But we're also gonna be behind the desk. So those will probably be short live streams right around 7, I wanna say 6:30 or 7 p.m. Behind the desk, sort of covering the markets. Very short, 5 to 10 minutes. So feel free to join that. That's one of the things I'm gonna be creating when I'm in Miami. I'm gonna be making that channel and I'll distribute it out to everybody. Looks like something went wrong here. Maybe an accident. All right, this is 2nd Avenue. Yeah, but if you want to stay up to date on that, and if that's something you're interested in, if you scan the QR code on your screen, in our next newsletter that we send out on Thursday, that will have the links to our second channel, okay? So that will be essentially all financial based, behind the desk, in the office, maybe 5 days a week. 5 to 10 minute recaps, breaking financial news, everything you need to know. Yeah, and all that information will be distributed via email on Thursday. All right, so everybody, thank you for joining us on this very short live stream. But I gotta run, I gotta get in the shower, do a bunch of things. So if you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and if you want to sign up to receive all of our free financial research, just scan the QR code on your screen, punch in your email, or type !news, NEWS, in the chat, and you can click the link to our Substack. I'm wishing all of you a wonderful weekend. Have a very happy Friday, and it's a long weekend. Happy MLK Day, Martin Luther King Day, to everybody. It's an important day to celebrate and celebrate a great American. So thanks everybody. I will see you all later and have a great weekend. Zozo Bob's, Tom, when you come back to Miami, I will be landing at Miami International Airport, please God, at 10:30 p.m. on Sunday. So Mohammed, appreciate it. D, thank you so much. Andre, all of our moderators, check the logic. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much. Lori Crockett Owens, Mohammed again, Danny, Jeff in Southern Tier, New York, Hawaii. We'll see you guys soon.